Hello there, this is Ty the Movie Guy, and 2024 is just a couple months away. So today we are going to count down my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2024. And without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off our list at number 10, we have the Bob Marley biopic. And over the past couple years, I've just been really into biopics. They're just a fun way to learn about a specific person or topic and just history in general. They're just a fun and easy way to learn without like all the research and crap from school and stuff like that. And they've especially been doing tons of musician biopics, and they're usually about like sex and drug and alcohol and just them struggling with addiction. And I'm sure this one will have bits of that because Bob Marley was big into the devil's lettuce, of course, but also what we saw in the trailer was also I found really cool is the part about how there was a war going on in Jamaica, and the part Bob Marley played in that war about like bringing people together and like going to Jamaica for a peace conference, even though like his life was in danger and stuff like that.
Bob, they try to kill you and your wife. And now you're choosing to return to Jamaica to play a peace concert?
Really elevates it from other musician biopics that were way more simple. It's just, about their career and stuff like that. But Bob Marley, on the other hand, seems to have a big impact on a war, which makes it a whole lot more interesting. And yeah, I'm just a fan of a couple of his songs, and the Kingsley Ben-Adir, I think that's the lead actor. He's been in a couple of things recently, like Barbie and Secret Invasion, so I'm happy to see him in a lead role. And I think my parents are interested in this movie, so it should be a fun movie to go see with them. And overall, yeah, I'm excited for this one, and that's why it's in number 10. In number 9, we have Joker Volley Ado, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. In English, it just means Madness for Two, which is a pretty cool title. But I'm just really excited for this one because I like the first Joker movie, and I'm really excited to see Harley Quinn in this movie because this is like the second live action Harley Quinn, which is kind of crazy to think about because we get like tons and tons of Joker, but not that many Harley Quinn. So I'm super excited to see Harley Quinn again, especially with the Joker, because the only time we ever really got that was the crappy Suicide Squad. Like we got tons of Margot Robbie Harley Quinn, but she was kind of on her own. So now seeing them together after quite a long time is going to be really cool, and hopefully they do a better job at it than Suicide Squad. But yeah, I'm just really excited to see what they do with this movie, and I think Harley Quinn is just a really cool addition, especially casting Lady Gaga. I think is really cool because if they're going to make it a musical, it's a smart idea to cast a musician. So yeah, the musical aspect is also very interesting because it's not a very prominent thing in comic book movies. Like we got a little bit of it in the Marvels just recently, but yeah, I'm excited to see the musical aspect, and hopefully there's actually a couple good songs. And yeah, I'm just excited to see how this sequel unfolds. In 8th place, we have The Fall Guy, and this one has a lot of good things going for it. The trailer came out a couple weeks ago, and it looks like a fun action movie with like lots of funny scenes. And then the director David Leitch has also been putting out quite a few good movies. When he did Deadpool 2, I didn't really give him too much credit just because just Ryan Reynolds doing Deadpool is automatically gonna be good, and we'll see that later in the list, of course. But then when I saw Bullet Train last year, I actually really got into David Leitch. I'm like, oh, okay, this guy is he's not just one-hit wonder. He actually makes good movies, because Bullet Train was just the really funny action comedy of the summer, and it was really great. And I really hope The Fall Guy is a lot like Bullet Train in that aspect. Just really good action and funny scenes and all that jazz. And then also there is a really great cast with Emily Blunt, and then of course our Lord and Savior Ryan Gosling. He is literally me. I am adding another me to the collection, so that is amazing.
A fine addition to my collection.
In 7th place, we have Argo, and this one's very similar to The Fall Guy. It just gives off fun action comedy vibes, which I'm really into, because these are just the type of movies that I can take my friends to and it doesn't feel like I'm just dragging them along because I want to see it. They're the type of movie that I think they'd also enjoy. And once again, the director is Matthew Vaughn, who I'm not as much of a fan of because I think what he's mainly known for is the Kingsman movies, and I'm not a huge fan of those, but I did really like X-Men First Class, and I like his style, but I just wasn't a huge fan of Kingsman. But also what's great about this movie is it's also got a great cast, which might be even better than The Fall Guy because it has Sam Rockwell, Samuel L. Jackson, Henry Cavill. I love getting Henry Cavill movies because he's not in that much, and I want him to succeed, especially after being screwed over in Superman. And then maybe the best actress in this movie, Bryce Dallas Howard. If you don't know, I kind of have a crush on Bryce Dallas Howard. Like, if you know, you know. Like, god damn. Oh my god. But yeah, so another great cast and a decent director. I'm not totally sold on all his movies, but that doesn't make me feel negative about this movie. The trailer has won me over, and it looks like a fun movie I can watch with my friends. In sixth place, we have The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And this one is really exciting just because I really like the two of the Planet of the Apes movies. I wasn't a huge fan of the first one. I found it was pretty just dark and sad. But then the Matt Reeves ones were really good. I really, really enjoy those. So that gets me excited for this one. And I was hoping this one was directed by Matt Reeves, but he's tied up with Batman right now, so it's directed by Wes Ball. And if you didn't know, he is the Maze Runner guy. He did all three of the Maze Runners, and I'm a fan of the first one because I watched a lot as a kid, and I've only seen the second one once, and it was okay. I think I should see it again. And then I've never seen the third one, so I'm gonna rewatch the whole trilogy of the Planet of the Apes trilogy and the Maze Runner trilogy to prepare for this movie, and just to see like if Wes Ball is a good director or not. And I love this whole world. I love like the post-apocalyptic world run by apes. That's just a cool concept. And I think it's cool that it's not about Caesar anymore. I think he kind of had his time, and now it's cool to have it in the same world, but have a different ape as the lead. I just really would have wanted Matt Reeves to keep directing it because, as soon as he started directing them, that's when they got really good. But I'm still excited for this, and I think Wes Ball can do a good job. Coming in at number 5, we have Mickey 17, and this is another great director-actor combination. As the director, we have Bong Joon-ho, probably my favorite international director. He's done great movies like Parasite, Memories of Murder, and Snowpiercer. And he also did Okja, which I wasn't a huge fan of when I watched it as a kid, so I should definitely give it a second chance. And then also I gotta watch The Host, but yeah, I'm just really excited for Mickey 17 because Bong Joon-ho is a great director. And also Robert Pattinson, our lead actor in the film, is also really great. He's been really doing movies that I've been really into recently, like The Batman and Tenet and stuff like that, just more actiony stuff. Like, he's been around for a while doing like, the Twilight kind of stuff, but that's never been my thing. But I'm really glad he is doing more, actiony stuff and sci-fi stuff. That's right up my alley. And just the premise of this, of like a disposable employee trying to colonize an ice planet. That's what the biography basically says. That's just a really cool idea. I like that Bong Joon-ho is doing more like sci-fi stuff, like kind of like what he did with Snowpiercer, stuff like that. That's what I'm really, really into. So yeah, great director, great actor, great premise, so I'm sold. Coming in at number 4, we have Kung Fu Panda 4. And Kung Fu Panda is like up there with Toy Story and Shrek as like one of my favorite animated franchises. I'm a really big fan of 1 and 2. Number 3 was a little less good, but still pretty good. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what this one does. The premise of the villain being able to bring back previous villains sounds pretty cool. I'm not sure if it's going to be like, good fan service or kind of like just cheap cash grab kind of fan service. But either way, I'm excited because this is just a very nostalgic animated franchise to me. and I'm just excited to see it in theaters and, you know, relive some of my childhood. Coming in at number 3, we have Dune Part 2, and this one's got a ton of great things going for it. Right off the bat, we have Denis Villeneuve directing the movie, and recently I've just been getting really into the guy, like mainly because of Prisoners. Prisoners probably my favorite movie now, and just he's done a ton of other great movies, so I'm really excited to see. This will be my first movie of his I've seen in theaters, and also the cast is really great. You know, Zendaya, Timothée Chalamet, Oscar Isaac, or even though he's dead, Jason Momoa, just tons and tons of great actors. And then coming into the sequel, we have like Austin Butler, Florence Pugh, Christopher Walken, like tons of new great actors being added into the sequel. And then just the whole plot of, like, you know, we've seen the first one, so we have a basic grasp of the movie. Just it feels a lot like more mature Star Wars, which is right up my alley. So yeah, I was a big fan of the first one, and I know I am going to be a big fan of this one. So that's why it's coming in at number 3. And our runner-up is Gladiator II. I'm really excited for this one, mainly just because I really liked the first one. And I wasn't expecting a sequel at all, mainly because, you know, like the main character dies, of course. But if Ridley Scott's directing it and he has another story to tell, that gets me really excited. And we have Pedro Pascal and Denzel Washington starring as like our lead actors, who are like 2 really great actors. And yeah, just the fact that Ridley Scott is coming back to direct it, because of course he did the first one, and like if it was a different director, I'd be a little skeptical, like maybe it's just the studio wanting to make some more money. But if Ridley Scott wants to make another one and he's got a new story to tell that's worth sharing, that gets me excited. And of course Napoleon comes out in just a couple days. I'm gonna see it on Saturday night, and if all goes well, hopefully have a review out on Sunday. And yeah, I'm really excited for Napoleon, and I am really excited for Gladiator 2 too. And easily coming in at number 1, we have Deadpool 3. This one is so exciting, just because of this guy. Wolverine is back. Hugh Jackman is back. He's one of my favorite actors. He's one of my favorite characters. And just seeing the combo with Deadpool is amazing, because, you know, Deadpool loves to make references to Wolverine like throughout his 2 movies.
And this one, in case the other fell off.
And just their friendship and their little online feud between each other. They needed to be together in a movie, and we thought we were never going to get that because you know, Logan died in Logan, and I love that movie so much. And so when I first heard about Wolverine coming back, right away me and a ton of other people got really skeptical that they were going to ruin Logan, because the way they ended his whole legacy in that film was amazing. And so right off the bat, they knew we were skeptical, so they quickly clarified that they're not going to wreck Logan.
Logan takes place in 2029, totally separate thing. Logan died in Logan, not touching that.
I'm not totally sold that just them saying it. I'm not going to totally trust them, but it makes me a little more feel a little more safe about the whole situation, that it's probably like a different Wolverine or whatever. And so yeah, just all that gets me really excited, seeing them together. And of course the comic accurate suit is just so exciting. And I'm hoping it's, I know there's going to be like probably other cameos and stuff like that, but I'm hoping it's not super crazy like Multiverse of Madness. Like Wolverine really makes sense because, you know, Wolverine and Deadpool, they kind of go hand in hand. So it makes sense having a Wolverine in a Deadpool movie, but I kind of hope they don't totally like cram it with cameos. I think if you just do Wolverine, a couple other cameos, and just a really good plot, you have an amazing movie. And then the number one thing that kind of gets me scared is Taylor Swift is in this movie. Okay, like I really hope she's like, I don't know, like just give her something substantial to do and not just some celebrity cameo. Like, it's just giving me flashbacks of Megan Thee Stallion and She-Hulk, and just please don't do that again. Basically everything but Taylor Swift just gets me really, really excited for this movie, and it's probably going to be the #1 movie of the year. It seems like all the movies in July are super, super hyped up. Like, you know, we got Oppenheimer this year, Deadpool next year, and then Superman the year after. July is the month for movies. So yeah, overall, this is my most hyped movie of 2024 for obvious reasons. We got Hugh Jackman, Wolverine back in a comic accurate suit. What more could you ask for? That is so exciting. Day one watch, and that's it. So farewell.